think it has to be the Jets in this one. I'll be honest, like Mixwell's obviously someone we're going to look at and win the game. Go, James, go, take it away!
Well, we're missing the start of the game, but it's already a kill in G2's favor, which isn't a good sign for if you're on the NIP side of things. But Hip's looking to deliver one of his own. He's actually going to take down Mixwell, who, well, Tom was looking to compare him. We might not have to compare him for too much longer because the game is starting. The kills are starting to come through. Piff getting aggressive. 2 swift headshots already. He's not even backing away from that. The shock dot comes out towards him. He'll wait and fall back. They've got the advantage anyway. It's a 4v2 already here, Mitch.
A couple of these players have been tickled over on G2, but it doesn't look like they're in all too much trouble. Remember, David P's got the heal. Now, not quite as powerful as it once was, but it's enough to bring over their Omen to a pretty decent chunk of HP. Back up where he can fight with these pistols at least. You know, for NIP, getting back into this one's going to be tough. They've got 15 seconds, but they are pushing towards the right side. It's only David P in the back that they've got to worry about. He's tucked away, waiting for an opportunity, but now he's been spotted to swing out. He spotted a player up above. Good kill, but that spike plant is going to come through, and already, I guess that's the success in the 2v4 that NIP could have hoped for. It's overall not the worst round in the world for G2, though, realistically. Very strong statement to start this one out.
Yep, they're on their defensive side. They start off with the pistol. Only the spike went down for Nip, and that's really all they can achieve, right? 1 kill is just not going to cut it. To touch on the bit of what Tom was starting to bring into that, though, right? The Jets going up against each other. The fact is here that sometimes we see Mixwell just not have a good game on his defensive side when he's playing on this map. But overall, Lucka has not had a good chance at all going up against this squad of G2, right? He's not been able to pop off like he does against other teams. For me, here and now, I want to see Lucka deliver to a whole other level than what we've ever seen here before.
Yeah, 100%. Looker has always struggled when it comes up against this G2 lineup. And as we said, that consistent aggression that they deploy, but intelligently, is what will often catch the likes of Looker off guard. If you're not hitting that first shot and not ready to be pushed at any possible moment, you're in trouble. But talking about being pushed, G2 are. They've already lost the opening duel. The Classics coming through for NIP and landing the opening. That is huge. A great start for them in a round where G2 don't have the best of weapons. Remember, a lot of the time, you'll take the weaker weapons, the Ghosts and the SMGs, to try and pull into the next one with a really strong buy. But at the moment, they're being punished now down to a 4v3.
And remember, David P has already been tagged up quite a bit. Artist is going to have to come up with something huge here. He might be able to find it. Tap it away. Oh, he whiffed so many shots. That's less than ideal. This is giving them such a great chance here for Nip. You were talking about it, Mitch, right? You don't see all the time the huge upgrades coming in. We see a few players left on go. Pip looking to do some serious damage. Headshots delivered, but he's only going to get 2. Hip still pistol whipping his way through this. 2 versus 1 now. Now, David P has been able to heal himself back up. He doesn't have the armor to play with. But Hip looking to use the turret to get him that extra information. With a Vandal in hand, though, David P looking to try and secure this and make sure the unthinkable doesn't happen. You wouldn't have expected it going through this. And he's being smart. He hears the drone. He's not going to be spotted out, but he doesn't want to give away his position. The question is, both players in the same spot. David P might actually be given a chance with it. Doesn't need to tap onto the bomb yet. Looking to check the location. Finds the first. Looking for the second as well. He's getting it done. David P, he's getting it all the way. Gets the defuse in. It's going to be very close. And he should just be able to have it either way. It's going to be a 2-0 for G2. But Mitch, that was way too close and we should have ever had it.
Yeah, oh, definitely, Banks. That was a bit of a close round for sure. And really lucky that Pith was still able to deliver so much from that corner. You know, realistically, when you're in this position where you take that weaker buy, it's acceptable that you lose a lot of players. For them to almost lose the round, though, it's gutting because they lost 2 duels in middle versus Classics. That's not what you want to see. Great utilization of the smokes by NIP to get themselves into a position where those ranged duels weren't really applicable. And then obviously when Artis went out to try and trade out on middle, he had a little bit of a whiff, and that in short almost cost them the round.
Now Nip with weapons in their hands, though. What success can they find early on? Got to be careful of that turret. Biff making sure the boombot's not going to be able to get any further forward and do some extra damage. It's a good defense already stacked up here for G2. But with so much time on the round, Nip aren't fully showing their hand just yet. Fear off on that Odin. Mitch, how many times do we see the mad Odin plays come out from this man?
This is something that actually surprised me, though. Attacking side Odin, and you saw him early on go towards B main. He threw a recon over to try and spot the player at close wall and hopefully swing through with a nice opening wall bang. It's a risky play, not one that paid off for him in this instance, but there's still plenty more potential. The thing is, he shouldn't really be the one swinging on an angle and looking for the opening duel. Oh, he won't find... Oh, Patatex missed the shot. Okay, there's a lifeline for NIP because they should be down a player.
Yeah, that should have been a nice headshot, but Fearoff just out of the way in time. Luck already had a shock dart go out towards him, means he's taken some additional damage. And with no Sage in play, there's no chance of a heal up coming in for any of the NIP players, so they need to get the job done as early as possible. They need to find these early pickoffs. They've been given a lot of room to walk around here at mid. And already the Killjoy being used. They're exchanging kills for now, with the door already being put down. Lucka is a slightly bit trapped here, but it's Arnis. He's just spraying them down. He's ripping them apart. He's not allowing them a chance to get into the site. And Lucka will surely just back away, hold on to that operator, and try and live to fight another day.
Yeah, obviously the detainment coming through in the end, but it didn't really matter. Not a lot Looker could do from there. That's a solid round, a third connected, and considering how scary the second one was, for them to just shut it down like that, it's exactly what you want to see. Now we look into the next round, which will have not a great investment from NIP. Obviously, they've still got that operator saved over, though, and that is, by the looks of things, what's going to push them over the edge to take a full buy. Of course, Looker can drop over a rifle, but no, actually, they've sold the weapons. They're going to instead just come in with pistols.
I respect it, right? You want to try and make it work as much as possible. You don't want to allow G2 to get too far ahead on it. So you're playing for the big guns. You're playing for how you know you might be able to challenge them further. But they also need to be cautious of what happens with G2 when they start to feel so comfortable and confident that they can get over aggressive, right? Try and take advantage of that like you had on the second round.
Yep, but of course the weaponry disadvantage that was... Oh, that's an interesting teleport by Kree. Right up top. Usually you'd have a smoke in play to do that. Obviously you just wanted to open up some more angles because they had the pistols in play. That drone from Artis hasn't spotted the player up close, but they should know about that position due to the spams that were coming through a second ago on the Sheriff. Now, Underwood is compromised. They know that. They should be aware. Look, if they don't check it, they're in trouble. And you can see straight away the Odin is swinging, but Rhyme is the one that's actually catching the kill. Just causing a distraction as the rotate to B is underway, but now David P's cleaned him up. And they realize, well, he was Underwood and no one else has come out. Something's going on here. And you can see NIP are going to run into the B site with two players waiting for them.
Luck is so low as well, though. This is a problem. Both players have been tagged up quite heavily. Panatek in a great position to do some damage. Easy first kill found. The revive's going to come into Mixwell as well. And despite the Sage being nerfed, right, that revive is such a key factor. You get a player that can frag up in it. You get a player that can pick up all those ult orbs. And you'll be getting revives for day, giving you a sixth man in many of the rounds that you need. A very convincing start here already for the side of G2 and NIP. This is where they're going to have to find some sort of an answer back. They're starting to get into the sites, but there's just these very simple mistakes still being made here.
Yeah, obviously with the way the picks went down as well, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. The way I understood it was NIP chose this map. And with that, I mean, it is a bold statement to come into a map that we've long seen as the sort of home turf of G2, certainly where they have the highest win rate, albeit, Banks, their lowest win rate on a map is 81%. So, 90%
Yes.
percent, they're all pretty good.
No, Kree again. He gets caught on the teleport. Twice.
Now, look, you don't expect Artis to be where he is. In fact, even after the kill, they don't expect him to be where he is. But still, to just go out in the open like this after they've smoked off mid, Kree is playing a very risky game.
And this is G2 where they're so scary, Mitch. This is where you start to doubt yourself. Before you can even get going, before you can execute, they start to push onto you. Ryan's looking to hold on as much as possible. He's good for 2. But there's just far too many G2 bodies still running up towards him. 5-0 already on the defensive side. And this is where NIP needs to just ensure they keep their heads in the game. They stay confident. They don't allow G2 to just run all over them, run rampant once again. And that's what G2 do so well.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, we talk a lot about giving confidence to G2. Now, it's hard because it's not so much about giving confidence, it's about them taking it, and they take it in droves. I mean, right now, David P's already got 7 kills and 2 deaths. This is a man that's coming in on an agent that has just been so heavily nerfed that most teams aren't even going to pick the Sage coming into this tournament. That swing, that's very dangerous. With the smoke that was down, though, the paranoia didn't matter a whole lot. Pip is able to just back off. And for G2, yeah, 5-0 is a hell of a scoreline. It's a great start for them considering how shaky round 2 was. But it's not time to let off the gas pedal just yet. NIP can get right back into this game. They can find themselves in a good state. We've seen the attacking side go pretty much in favor. Sorry, we've seen Ascent go in favor of the attacking side a number of times. And so you need to make sure that you just consistently shut them down. And that's a good way to continue it by taking down Looker in mid.
And Lucker was already so low from that early engagement towards A as well. The spam that came through from Piff. David P and Ard is continuing to push forward. Relentless aggression once again from G2. They do it so well. It's completely timed together. It's a team push coming out, and now we're in a 4v2. Rhymes looking to try and poke into A, but he has to be able to deliver this kill right on the side. Piff is there, ready to spray him down. It's no problem at all. And Hip, well, he may have found himself towards the back lines here, but can he get any sneak attacks on go? Doesn't spot any players out, but didn't push far enough forward to see anyone just yet. Oh, it's going to come down to this timing. It could be horrible timing as well. Pip's ready and waiting for it. Headshot delivered, 6th round secured, and still no answer here from Nip.
No, it's got to feel a little bit deflating pretty soon. They are starting to slip behind slowly but surely, and it's time to chisel their way back into this game. Look at the G2 player cams. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's laughing. This looks like they're queuing up and just chilling out on a game at night.
I love the fact as well that Artist is wearing a red G2 hoodie as well, of all things, right? You know, just anything to rep a bit of the Scouse pride in there. Why not?
Yeah, well, absolutely. You gotta look. Oh, no! Artist is the kind of player that comes through with pride. What is this? What in the world? They only have pistols. In fairness, so the strat there is to go fast towards B. The problem is you do. Ooh, that's a nice little ult by Ryan. Yeah, that's all he gets. Unfortunately, he's only removed an Odin from play, so it's not the biggest of deals.
7-0 though, and yeah, Mixwell smiling. The whole G2 camp is laughing. And we know exactly why. Like you said, Mitch, yes, it's only against pistols, but it's like, you know you hate to see it because you think, oh, yeah, we got pistols. A quick B push might work. And then you think, oh, wait a second, the Odin, of course, has to come in there. You hear it tap away and you start to think, God, why am I dealing with this right now?
So this is actually an element of play that I much prefer. So generally when you look at the B main play, you're going to have... so the way Feareth plays it, for example, he is playing the Sova, and he is also playing with the Odin. But actually, I prefer the Sova to be the support player in that instance, because you're able to fire your arrow through, or what's more important in this kind of instance, is put your recon drone in play, and as soon as you get the tag, your teammate can start spraying. But if you're the one that's using the drone, it's a little bit more disjointed. There's a little bit of time between those plays. So I like the fact that obviously G2 in this position have got their Sova in a spot where he's not the one that's looking for the spam, he's just finding the information.
And Mitch, I love this. We just saw it on our screens. How many Ignition Series events have not had tactical pauses? Now we get some tactical pauses come into play. This is more like it. We've been wanting to see this. The coaches have been wanting it as well for a long time. A lot of teams don't actually have coaches, but a few of them that do can massively benefit from this.
Yes, absolutely. Even without coaches, just the ability to sit back and take a breather, I think that's what NIP will probably need more than anything. Because at the moment, I think their strat book will still have some pages left unturned. But it's all about mentality, and that's not helping. Their brains are being spilled. Patatek's still going as well. He's looking for more victims. Looker's being spotted. Patatek could be on for the ace, but Artist cleans it up. 8-0. That was a buy round. Banks, that was a buy round.
Was it? I didn't even realize. You wouldn't have a clue, would you? Unless you press tab, you would have no idea, because that was G2 going out, full charge, full steam ahead, and just dominating once again.
Oh, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And at this point, we talked about the mentality. We talked about the mentality, and I think, look at the faces of NIP. That pretty much drives home the point. They are not happy. And you think about where they were at, right? You had the pause come through. They're psyching themselves up. Okay, we'll get mid control. We'll push Looker straight through to top mid or bottom mid. We'll start to get that aggression in. Oh, we've been four-man spray down. Okay, cool.
Oh! How'd he get away with that, though? David P, nicely done. Artist looking to try his ult as well, but Fearoff pops his just before. He's going to walk away with the kill, and this is the best chance that Nip have had in a long time here. Coming back to that second round when they were trying to do the pistol whip him. Hip looking to make sure he can hold on to this any way he can. G2 getting ready for the push on forward. It's all going to come down to the timing. The ult spin pops. Mixwell believes he can get it done. He's coming out with the knives. He starts off strong. He's on the hunt for more. Oh, no! Oh, no! He misses it, but he still delivers the headshot. Fearoff gets pistol whipped after that. Now it's a 2v2. No way. This should have been Nip's round. They still now need to hold on to it, but how are they going to play it from here? Piff right on the edge, looking to make it work. Nicely done. Oh, my God, Piff! He was ready for it. He was waiting for it. The diffuser's coming to come in. There's plenty of time still, and that's going to be a 9th round for G2 and another chance. It was so close. Nip should have potentially had that round. Oh, it's got to be gutting for him, Mitch.
My heart is breaking, Banks. Genuinely, this is ridiculous. Mixwell got so. How does he get this kill?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Look.
Oh my God. Filthy stuff. And look at that. Pith as well had such a great play. He heard the TP by the Omen. He realized that obviously he's going to try to get away from that ult, right? Yep. He's going through to the spawn, so he swings, takes that kill, and the Killjoy was none the wiser. That was so good. 9-0, and G2 are just hammering NIP into submission.
And you got to remember, this was the map pick of Nip. Remember, we know how good G2 are on all maps. They were the kings of Ascent forever and ever and ever. They loved it when teams didn't even want to play it. But right now, right here, what we're seeing is a Nip that thought they could challenge him. And well, Lucker for now, he will challenge Padatek at least. He's got that first pick. But Mixwell, he's right on the edge. He's looking for more, but this is great from Nip. This is their chance once again. They've got the 2 openers, but how much more can they get done? They've still got plenty of G2 players to deal with, and to be fair, G2 don't care if the numbers are stacked against them.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've seen it in just the previous round. There's the David P's opening kill. He ducks away and even gets the wall bang. What is going on? NIP are asking that question right now. The wall up, and Fearoff is trapped underneath. Oh, no. He's going to be spotted. He has to tuck away in the corner, but that puts him behind the smoke. They're ready to deal with him now after the res onto Pith, and he's in a 2v3. Fearoff going to give his position away. The shot by Looker eliminates Pith, though. Gives them a chance. Looker has to break this wall, though, before his teammate goes down, and he gets in to save the day with a 4K. 9-1. The first round for NIP finally found, but it has taken quite a while, Banks.
And it was almost looking like, again, they get the 2 opening picks and it might fall apart for him. Huge work from Lucker. We said he needed to step up, and he 100% did. But these rounds, even the ones they're winning, well, the first round they're winning, it got so close. It definitely could have been a G2 round on there as well. Nip now need to grab this momentum and start running with it. They need these next 2 rounds 100% with no holding back. But they need to not get ahead of themselves, right? They need to just play round by round at this moment and think everything through. Because G2 can quickly throw a curveball at you, as we've seen many times here.
Okay, Hip has gone straight away, throwing in his utility towards Market. Then he manages to take down David P. Excuse me, on the boost up above the wall. That's a really valuable opening, a really good start for NIP. They needed this opening duel.
And it's where Mixwell, right? We said he's not so good on the defensive side with the operator in hand. It's more on the attacking side. We see a lot more from him. Piff missing the key shot there, but he's going to have the information now. He needs to try and defend this site. Starts off strong with 1. Oh, this is going to be perfect as well. Good underhand throw, going to try and make it work. Is it going to go deep enough, though? It's not going to stop Fearoff for now. It's all a bit on the waiting game.
So, really intelligent use there early. They're going to try to clear out that corner as they push forward, limit the angles that they have to deal with on the retake, sort of accepting the fact that there was no way they could stop this, but the same utility is now being thrown through by Hit, so he's got that on lockdown. It limits the time that they've got to play with so much more. They need to find kills quickly, and I think already NIP have done enough. What is happening? 3 kills in an instant. You blink and you miss it. I know it's all down to Killjoy to try and win this round. The Nanoswarm, it doesn't look like it's deep enough. I think he's still defusing that.
He's on it. He can stay. Oh, is it going to be enough time? Artis has ripped him. The defenders still win. 10-1, and a round that looked like it was Nips once again just ripped away from him. It was the timing push that come out from G2 there. They had it down perfectly. This is the problem I didn't get, right? So Piff gets his opening kill. Yep, this is all played out smart. You expect this to happen, but they're able to fight off it. But it's this kill. Lucka just pushes through thinking he was still covered there, but he was being looked at straight away. They expected it.
Yeah, and we saw the Nano Swarm come into play to push the player out of the back corner as well. That setup early on gave them the utility to really push those advantages. That should have given them one kill, but I agree completely. Looker pushing through the smoke, the player Underwood as well. That was reckless, and they've just thrown away what was looking to be like a guaranteed round at that point. They didn't see Pit sneak into this corner either. The drone goes through, and that's a free kill. We didn't get the second. Pit's being robbed in that instance, but Mixwell luckily returns another.
Enough damage done, though. Mixwell's going to get spammed up after that. Fear off. That's the way you want to see it go down. This is much better from Nip, but it's a little bit too late. Hip just dances his way into David P's hands. And David P doesn't actually have to push on this. He's now got the spike as well. This is beautiful for him, but it is still a 2 versus 2. And there's 2 ults up for the NIP players who are remaining. Ooh. Yeah, Artis not checking his corner. Easy one for Rhyme to find. David P in clutch mode once again. Oh, that's not fun. David P didn't expect that. He's trying to go around the side. Now they're able to grab it. They're able to run all the way around. But will they expect David P's new position?
There's my problem with the turret. You know, it's an always active cam.
Yeah.
Killjoy is dead, and they've still got the info on where that player is in the 1v2. That shouldn't be a thing, to be honest, but we'll see if that gets removed in later times. For now, David P's being removed as it goes 10-2. Not a great half at all for NIP on their map pick as well, James. This is a heartbreaking turn of affairs. They really need to come through with a better second half.
Well, we're going to be seeing what happens in that second half after we come back from this break.
But I have no idea where it is, man. Wait, is that Phoenix?
It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the L. I don't mind.
Yeah, if it was Counter-Strike, I would own it for sure, man.
I think I'll stop jumping the gun. I'll think about it a little bit more. I feel like I've got a good map knowledge. I should. I fly around the maps every day on practice, so I'll be pretty disappointed if I don't. I reckon I'll beat Scream.
I feel like there's this thing on every map, man.
That's Haven.
I like this kind of, to aim, to practice your aim.
That's Haven in the Defender spawn, I'm pretty sure.
No, this is not in my mind right now, man.
Yeah, I'll lock in Haven, I'll lock in Defender spawn to the left.
No, actually, I will say Haven. I will say Haven. Like the defense, spawn,
I was right. I knew it. I was a bit worried there for a second.
I had no idea for this one.
I'm just gonna go off my instincts every time. It's definitely bind.
It's not split.
I want to say like towards A short.
Once again, I have no idea. It's hard, man. This game is hard, man.
Attacker side of A short on bind.
I think I'll go for bind. In the area where like there's a bathroom, that's it. I mean, there's the TP. But that's not the answer, man.
Oh, in the back of my head somewhere, it's like that's on bind, like in this position, and I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, this has to be split. I recognize the texture.
That's on split. Attackers spawn to the right. I'm really confident. I'll lock that in straight away, I think.
It's split for sure. I'm pretty sure about that, man.
Yeah, color scheme, giving it away. I feel like I've seen this poster before. Like all that metal is like all of a split and the white walls.
Let me say A side on split, like on catwalk.
100%. I'll lock that in. Yeah.
That's not on catwalk, man. Elbow. This is an elbow.
Oh. Yeah, I've never looked up there on elbow before. I wouldn't know.
Okay, this is easy, man. Can I get it straight away also? It's Ascent on top mid. That's my answer. Yeah.
That's Ascent top middle. Well, when you think you know. Like I'm confident on it, so I knew it.
I think there's only one map where there's a tank. It's bind. I'll definitely say bind.
Oh, that's behind a short one by the truck.
I'm not losing that. I'm not losing that.
Hey, let's go. I'll take 80%. I'm pretty impressed that I got 80%.
It's difficult. It's difficult. The next time I'll watch everything on maps. Like.
G2 Esports gave us a masterclass on their defensive side against NIP on Ascent. It may be NIP's map pick here, Mitch, but it certainly didn't look like that. NIP, they got off to an incredibly slow start. We thought maybe on that pistol round they were going to show us something special and make it to the 1-1 scoreline, but after that it was just the G2 show. A few close rounds, but really it just looks like G2 can't lose even the rounds they look like they should lose.
Yeah, look, 10-2. It's one hell of a score line for G2. It's about the best that a defending side can get. And when I look down towards G2 and the position they're in, I don't see them losing this map. They have a 90% win rate on this map versus the best teams. And NIP, they've not come in looking fresh and new, not to the extent we needed to see from them. Fearoth has just swung into 3, giving back the man advantage for a second, but G2 still behind by 1. It's a 3 versus 4 as they push on into this B site, and they're overwhelmed up close by him, who's able to get a nice little double. Oh, he's finished it.
Mix, I was like, yeah, okay, that's allowed to happen. You know, we're far enough ahead. It's not a problem. Very, very nice round though there from NIP, like getting aggressive on the pistol towards A to start off with, getting that opening kill, continuing to apply the pressure to G2, making sure they stayed behind no matter where they were going.
Hib sits so close to his monitor, it's unbelievable. he is in the game, literally. But yeah, that was pretty nice. Little 3K, get the turret to assist you in the end. Obviously, you know, you don't really get kills with turrets. It has to do, you have to do a lot of damage to those players beforehand, and when they don't have armor, I guess it's a little bit easier. There's the straight away. But look who's managed to sneak in. You would think Patatek, though, cut off by Hip, and with this, Darhan's already gone pretty much.
Tapping away, not much luck in it at all. Only one player left to find its artist, and he wants someone to push him as he's got the shorty in his hands. He's just looking for a kill at an ult point at best. But realistically, taking on all these players, it takes some incredible skills to come out there. Hip just pushes around the corner. It's a nice, easy finish off. And this is what NIP needed. A strong, confident start. But this is what it all comes down to, Mitch. It's this next round which will define how NIP can handle it, if they can hang on at all or not.
Yeah, look, the reality is they're so far behind. This has to be a convincing start for them.
Yeah.
And we see G2 obviously taking the very weak bye because they know, unlike NIP at the start of the game, they don't need to force up. They don't need to play aggressive. Look at the rounds they've got. Hey, I will take an eco and come in with the Vandals in force. And this is one thing I'm loving to see as well. The Vandals back in play, Banks, because last time we were commentating over in the level Ignition event, we saw teams obviously preferencing the Phantom quite a bit. And we've seen that for a while now. But with the recent changes, they're loving this Vandal.
Oh yeah, Vandal back in play. Is it going to be enough for G2? It starts off exactly as they want it to. They've got the site under control, more headshots being delivered as well. Hip's just going to have to fall back and wait for his teammates to come into play as G2's dominant push onto the B site has forced them all away. Lucka trying to tap them up, but it's not an operator. It's not a one-shot, one-kill. It's not going to work with the Marshal in the same way. And he certainly needs someone there to be backing him up with a rifle. But look at G2 already, looking to get aggressive and take any of these weapons away. They don't even want to allow NIP to have an opportunity to save David P in such a huge position. This could be a swift 2 kills, and that's exactly what it is. Headshots delivered, domination as well. But Rhyme, ooh, with the Spectre, looking to do some serious damage. Throwing out all his utility with it as well. The nades are coming out. He's been tagged down, but he's just fragging up. Are they going to continue to give him bodies?
There we go. It's going to be a fast swing, but oh, he detonated that a little bit too early. It doesn't matter. He's tucked in the corner. He's safe. Goes through for more. My God. What a round by Rhyme. He just did so much damage, but you can't rely on that all the time, and that's the real problem. Yep. taking away those weapons from G2, okay, it is something. It is a huge positive, and that is way better than the round that I expected to play out. They also came into this round as a bonus. A very bold move by NIP, considering they were up against the full buy. They played with Spectres, the Marshall. They came in with the SMGs I did not expect. Now, though, that means they're able to get this strong, convincing buy. The problem, Banks, is there's a lot of pressure on their backs, because at 11-4, if they lose this buy, the game's over.
And that's the problem. That's what it could be doing, but Lucka has other ideas. Fear of looking to do the spam. He heard the ult being picked up, and Lucka just turned around the corner to get an easy first kill. But just because you get that easy first kill doesn't mean much against the likes of G2. They've already gained themselves some control here at mid, and they're looking to continue to push up on it. Lucka smartly getting that door placed down. Doesn't want to get sideswiped at all. And for Nip, it's all about how you hold on to the advantage. Do you try and stick up with a buddy system? As Pyjamas, he tried to play it sneaky, but Rhyme ready and waiting. No real problem at all for him. As G2 look to get onto the A site. They don't have the numbers in this at all now. He tries to fake it out with the spike plant. Nicely done by Artis, and Piff comes in with 2 headshots, turning it around once again. And that's exactly what G2 needed. He's playing off the great angle there on the entrance to A. And he's ready and waiting for it to come through. Able to defend his teammates. And that Killjoy ult going up. How long is going to be able to defend him for? No one's ready to push on it just yet.
Oh, he has to take the fight.
Oh,
he's going to be detained. It's too late.
No.
He had to make that play because he was going to be detained. Now they're just able to go down and take him out with a flank by David P. That opens up the opportunities. Pith keeps on delivering, goes through for his own ult, but the stick by Looker, he gets the round under his belt. A brave play, and one that works out in spectacular fashion. NIP come right back into that round.
Looker, you madman. You had a player flanking, you had a player in A main as well. Piff pops the ult, and Lucka, he was like, doesn't matter what you do, I'm just going to stick it. You're either going to push me, or I'm going to hold on to it. But either way, I got to just bide my time, and that's exactly what he was able to do. I don't think they expected it at all.
I got to mention it at this point, Banks. I hate to be that guy, but a player that we look at over on the NIP roster, in fact, myself and Tom were even discussing it, and I'm not throwing Tom under the bus. I agree with him here. Kree is probably the most consistent player for this roster. Certainly in recent times with Hip trying to find his identity in the game, it has been Kree that we've looked to. He's got 1 kill right now. This has not been a good game, not a good opening map, and that is very scary.
Oh, it really is, right? Oh, no. Patatech tries to hold on. Oh, Artis running out of bullets, still somehow stays alive. He's looking to do as much damage as possible with the shorty. Nipper all over the place right now. They've got to be very careful here. Mixwell's popped the ult as well. They're dancing around each other. He misses the right click. Hit was there ready and waiting. That's all he needed to hear. The miss goes through. Nice tap away there. Piff's been putting in work with this Vandal.
Yeah, he is loving the update. In comes Kree, though, and he's good to find it. Shutting down Pith and really making this retake a lot more. David, all right, he takes his rifle out just in time to catch one, but it was the low HP player that went in first, meaning the spray transfer wasn't exactly easy to get onto Fearoth. I think that's something that's more important in this game, Banks, than what we're used to in Counter-Strike. Having the low HP guy go in first is actually huge, because these weapons are very difficult to control the spray of once you go past like the 6th or 7th bullet. So if they're able to just draw a little bit of attention, that transfer over is insanely hard to make happen up against a full health player.
And it's also the fact that when you go into so many fights in Valorant, right, you pretty much have to commit to it. There's no jiggle peeking, there's no like kind of backing away out of it. So if you can get that low health player to go in first, and then you require them to transfer onto it, it can work out perfectly in your favor. But Nip right now, they're chaining rounds together. They were stopped last time after getting the opening 2. They can pick up this one here if Lucky can stay on form and dropping as many bodies as possible before they get near the site. Nip certainly believe it. They know they've got the reason to pick Ascent here. Now they're looking to show us why.
And Kree's doing a little bit better in that previous round as well. He found 2 kills. He's looking like he's a little bit more comfortable after that. Well, let's see if it can continue as the push comes in towards the B site. The ult teleports to the back of the site, and they have no idea. Hip's just been shut down, and that's a free spike plant.
Beautiful Omen ult there. They did not expect it. The timing came out perfectly. He's even getting the spike down. He's avoiding Fearoth's ult as well. The Hunter Fury's not going to be able to connect. They're dodging it nicely, and now Artist is like, okay, I'll have a go myself then. Try and dodge this, guys, and ooh, he hits it as well. Some nice damage done, and Panatek's going to continue to spray on through. Kree, you said he started to look better. That's certainly come into play, but is it even going to be enough here? Because G2 even dropping the revive, they've got 5 alive, and there's only one more player to find. It's Lucker on 5 health, and he is going to get his skates on and get the hell out of here. Throws down the smoke, wants to ensure he's got the cover, but the shots are coming through. Ooh, it's close. He's slowly backing away. He doesn't want to make noise now. He should be able to hold on to it. It's all going to come down to the timing, but 1 round is all G2 need now, Mitch, and for Nip, it's looking real scary. It's looking like they're in a desperate situation.
That was a massive round. One that we could probably get Tom to have a look at that one afterwards as well, because so much was happening. It was a chaotic round. You have the TP go through to the back of the site, and you could think, well, how the hell did they not notice this? How did they not do anything about it? But it was the pressure that was being applied. You had the boost up on top of the wall in towards B main. You had players harassing through the smoke and trying to really distract them and scream at Hip on the site, hey, we're going to push you. You better be ready for it. And then up behind comes the Omen, tippity-tapping, taking the kill. And that's fantastic stuff. I mean, realistically for G2, those are the kind of rounds where we love seeing their gameplay. They apply pressure to you. They don't give you the room to really think about what's happening. I could almost guarantee they didn't even notice that ult came through because they were so distracted by everything else that was happening.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? There's so much going on, so many abilities going forward. You can often get lost in the madness. G2, again, so much control here in mid. But they're not going to overcommit to it just yet. They're not going to fall into the trap that Nip have set for them, especially with 3 players towards B for the moment. Artist still being very cautious, droning himself out here, looking around, trying to gather any information he can. But he can see that actually there's a big opening right now if G2 want to hit it.
You want to make a
Exactly
move?
what they are going to try to do.
Yep. Right in they go. It's completely open for the taking. And now Spidey senses start to tingle, right? You know those players coming behind could be in play. And they're swinging on through right into some waiting opponents. Oh my, David P. That was damn close.
He's lucky to get away with a kill just there. The ult's come up from Lucker. He's going to try an updraft, I believe, and see what information he might be able to see. But Artist is putting in work either way. Fearoff looking to get the extra information in as well. He's got his Odin in hand, but it's not going to be enough. It's a 1v3. And this will be an easy round for G2 to pick up. Fearoff, he's hoping someone's going to poke out to him, but those mistakes are not going to be made. Panatek, easy final kill for him to find. 30